Before there was dust, there was shadow. The shadow of a canopy so vast, so ancient it held the sky itself in place. A rainforest, primordial and unmovable. Or so it was believed. They came in legions without number. The Sun-Crowned Dominion, a colony ancient as stone, hungry as flame. They did not conquer the forest, they erased it. Fire followed, then ash, then nothing. Even the Dominion could not escape what it had made. The colony fell, swallowed by the same ruin it had shown. Centuries passed. Rains forgot this place. The clouds moved on. And then what was left was a desert that had swallowed a world whole and remembered nothing of it. But the desert made a mistake. It assumed nothing could endure it. They were here before the fire. They were here when the last soldier of the Dominion fell. They are here now, outliving everything. A sickeningly bright and hot sun shines over El Rojo que Llora, the red that weeps. A desert struggling to survive with the harsh heat and emptiness. Barely any food. The ecosystem that is trying to reclaim itself and get back up on its feet, but is struggling. Except for one creature. A creature just as strong and durable as it is large. A creature brightly colored, sticking out against the deeply red sand. With not much else to eat, it has no choice but to scavenge for food. They take refuge in caves and any sort of shady area, trying to get away from the beating heat of the sun. Both the first and last creature to ever survive the Sun-Crowned Dominion's reign. Blue Death Feigning Beetles. While there are multiple death feigning beetles in the desert, this is the most common and abundant species. It is no surprise to anyone that they are related to the ironclad beetle. They have thick armor, really resilient, and the thickest carapace around the red desert. The armor so thick, in fact, that they can coexist with scorpions, as trying to penetrate its thick armor is wielding little to no success for anyone who tries. Despite being giant, unstoppable tanks, they do exhaust fast. After all, being in the desert with little to no food must be extremely exhausting, even to the toughest of animals. However, these harsh conditions have been cut in half for this captive colony. While they are social, their survival isn't as difficult as their wild counterparts, considering that they are fed frequently and there's almost always going to be food or something to eat. Not to mention the fact that heat is easily regulatable, so it's not a problem. Watch as I demonstrate the feeding process. Obviously, this is not how I feed them every now and then, but I can feed them even with my hand. She accepts the food, taking it and using her strong mandibles to pull and chew the food into something a little bit more digestible for her. These beetles will eat just about anything that doesn't kill them. Anything that isn't nailed to the ground and is rotting will be eaten. They are scavengers. Her mandibles are strong and powerful. You can even hear her chewing from even as far away as my camera is. Just take a listen. While the more abundant blue death feigning beetles in this terrarium are a little bit more lazy and like sleeping during the day except for dawn and dusk, the black death feigning beetle that is in here tells a bit of a different story. The black feigning beetle is spotted scurrying around, eating anything that isn't glued to the ground or extremely toxic. Now, what's interesting is it's a little bit more hyper and seems to be a little bit more communal. He also doesn't really seem to follow any sort of day cycle. He's out whenever he feels like it, and he's not out whenever he feels like it. He runs around, almost doing laps as he scavenges for food in an endless cycle of hunger, satisfaction, and more hunger. Being the only different species, he's sort of an outcast. The blue ones don't really interact with him. They don't fight him, but they also don't really care. However far and few interactions may be, there still are some interactions with these beetles, like this one. Most interactions between these two, despite being said to be communal, are just walking on each other or occasionally eating next to each other. But, as rare as it may be, it's still interesting to see. That's the end of this introduction. I really hope you liked this introduction, as I had a lot of fun recording it, and this is my first beetle I've ever taken care of, so if you have anything to tell me, let me know. And honestly, I think that this was a good introduction, and I hope you like it. This is the first video on my new channel that you're seeing right now, so go check out and subscribe to my old one if you want to see more. Bye-bye!